time for Eudora High School Athletics. On your new home for Cardinal sports, Eudora Sports Live. Eudora Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. They have Kansas covered with 23 companies to give you the best choices possible. Learn more at kansasins.com. Eudora Sports Live is also presented by It's time for Eudora High School Athletics. On your new home for the Cardinals, Eudora Sports Live.
Welcome in, one and all, to the site of our game today, FL Schlagle Stadium, as Eudora will be taking on FL Schlagle High. Both schools come in 2-3, and both teams come in looking to snap a losing streak. Schlagle has dropped their last two games, and as you know, Eudora have fallen from 2-0 to 2-3 with three very tough losses, where the average margin of defeat has been 4 points. And with that, we have some very big and unfortunate news that we will deliver to you right after this break. Don't go anywhere as kickoff approaches here on Eudora Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back to the pregame show brought to you by Kaw Valley State Bank. The pregame show is brought to you by Kaw Valley State Bank. Kaw Valley State Bank provides the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking service possible. Proud to cheer on the Cardinals and serve the Eudora community. Learn more at CawValleyStateBank.com. And I am Reed McAvoy, here with a new member of the crew here for Eudora Sports Live. It is actually my dad, Kevin McAvoy. I'll be calling him Kevin from here on out, which will be a little odd for me. You want to say hi, Kevin?
Well, good evening, folks. I am the oldest rookie starting tonight. Happy to be on the team, filming and chiming in wherever I can.
Yeah, he's going to be running camera and also doing color as Andy Duarte has been bounced over to Paola. Still no Killian Beck right now. He's filling in again. We've got all kinds of different rotations around for Varsity Sports Live, so you've got a couple McAvoys with you here today. And that big news that I teased before, and is big and unfortunate news, is we saw number 8, Errol Seaman, is not dressed for this game today. He had a hoodie on underneath his jersey and no pads and a boot on his right foot, so he will not be playing today. And in 2 of the first 3 losses on this losing streak, his absence was really what felt like caused that. So this team's going to have to move around different faces in the backfield. Braden Spear primarily, you'd have to assume. What do you think it might happen here, Kevin?
Well, so the question for me would be, how does that affect the overall play of the offense? Does it switch the amount of run to pass ratio, which is kind of the standard thing for high school football, right?
Yeah, and what was interesting actually over the last couple weeks, it seemed like passing went away even more in the absence of Errol Seaman, which could just be a matter of, strong run game makes it so that your passing game opens up as the defense has to adjust to it, and that the defense knew that they needed to shut down Adrian Seals on the outside in the absence of Errol Seaman. So that's going to happen again today. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Steffen's play calls are. I would like to see Adrian Seals involved. Of course, we know how much of an electric player he is, but I imagine Braden Spear will hold his own as he did last week, where he won Player of the Game. That is the Barbed Wire Barbecue Who's Smoking Player of the Game award, which we will be giving out again at the end of today. We are going to be taking another quick break here, and we will be back on Eudora Sports Live 10 minutes till kick.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. the MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Welcome back here to the Kaw Valley State Bank pregame show. The Eudora Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. So we are back here, and we are working on getting you starting lineups, which will be brought to you by the Eudora Community Library. But until then, we can just preview this game a little bit, looking at Schlagle's stats coming into this game. They have 12 completions on the season on 32 attempts for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then 192 rushing attempts, 1,157 rushing yards, and 13 rushing touchdowns. So they are pretty one-dimensional when it comes down to it.
Well, that kind of leans back on kind of classic high school ball, right? It's unusual to get a really talented quarterback receiver duo. So you see a pretty spread out running back core. Usually you have a lot of options with the quarterback moving around.
Yep, and they have 3 very strong rushers, one being their quarterback, Sincere Lewis, the sophomore. He's got 285 yards and a touchdown. And then Pearson Miller is their number 1 guy, literally wears number 1. Their senior, their captain, 81 rushing attempts, 536 yards, 6 touchdowns. He does also have 3 fumbles, all lost this season, so there could be something that could happen there.
So there's the challenge for the defense, right? To key in on those top 2 players. Look at that quarterback. Look at that number 1 running back. If they can contain those guys, that changes the game.
Yeah, and their third one that I was getting there too, you're good. Diamond Evans, the sophomore, 22 carries, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. Those are their 3 biggest guys. A couple other names to look out for: senior Matthew Dudone, and freshman, actually, Justin Sims. He's got 57 yards and a touchdown on 20 carries. You don't see freshmen leaned on as much as he has been this season. That's cool to see.
Well, and carrying a nearly 3 yards per carry average, that's a pretty strong showing for a young man at that age. That may be their runner of the future that they're queuing up.
Right, and now we will get into those starting lineups, which are brought to you by the Eudora Community Library. The Eudora Community Library is proud to support the Eudora Cardinals by providing exceptional community events for children and families through excellence, inclusion, persistence, and collaboration. Go Cardinals, the library is cheering you on. And we will first get into the lineups for the opponent here, the Schlagle Stallions. On offense, their running back, Pearson Miller, we just talked about. Quarterback, Sincere Lewis. Center, Alex Vasquez. Guard, Savian Ross. Guard, Louis Lazoya. Tackle, Jonathan Rucker. And tackle, Ronnie Bush. Tight end, Lorenzo Johnson. Wide receiver, Aaron Braden. Fullback, Justin Sims. And wide receiver, Aaron Johnson. And then now Kevin will come in with our Eudora defensive starters.
All right, starting on the defense, a sophomore wearing the number 0, George Hagan. We have a senior wearing number 2, Braylon Hubler. We got Wyatt Summers, Adrian Seals. We got Houston Carnegie, Christian Jarrett. Cole Manley, Braden Spear, Matt Maggette, Bryce Mulville. We got Owen Wilkes and Thomas Cromer representing the Eudora Cardinals on starting defense.
Yeah, and Errol Seaman, as we mentioned already, not playing today. He's out at linebacker. I penciled in Bryce Mulvihill to fill in for him. I'm not quite sure who will replace him in that starting lineup. We'll see today, and it'll definitely matter as Schlagle likes to run the ball a lot, so those linebackers are going to be involved, and I have to imagine, unfortunately, again, Errol Siemens' absence will be felt. Those were your starting lineups brought to you by the Eudora Community Library, and we are going to take one last break here on the Kaw Valley State Bank pregame show, and then we will get into this game as kickoff 3.5 minutes away now. So don't go anywhere. Eudora Sports Live. Keep it here.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cardinals!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
reaching residential areas.
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer? The Drug Facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the Drug Facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/Drug Facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
And we are back here as the teams are doing the coin toss here, which means that we are getting ever closer to kickoff, which is brought to you by Pyramid Place Early Education Center. Kick off your child's educational success by enrolling them at Pyramid's Place. They're your place in Eudora for quality preschool education, childcare, and after-school programs. To learn more, visit them on their Facebook page or call 785-542-1296. Again, that's Pyramid Place Early Education Center, 785-542-1296. And now that clock says 30 seconds to kick. It might not be exactly right. We might be forced to wait a little bit longer than that as they're still talking out there. But this is going to be a big game. Andy and I had talked about the previous match, or no, the matchup, with Ottawa a couple weeks ago being a get-right game. And that one ended up in a very tough 3-point loss, and then another loss last week to Lewisburg. That one seemed like that one was a little bit inevitable, actually. And now here, yet again, the Cardinals are standing here without Errol Siemens, their star running back, which was, unfortunately, the catalyst for their losing streak. So they're going to have to get over that same hurdle as he is inactive today, something with his right foot. So Adrian Seale's going to be leaned on. Spears, as we talked about. There's going to be a tough day here against a pretty solid opponent in Schlagle. We're going to be doing the national anthem here. And as the national anthem wraps up here, we are getting close to the conclusion of our Kaw Valley State Bank pregame show. This broadcast is again brought to you by Kansas Insurance. I was just looking through Schlagle's stats on the season. The Stallions, their wins, the two opponents that they have defeated have a combined record of 1-9, while their 3 losses have come up against opponents with a combined record of 12-5. So generally that tells you when they play a bad team, they win. When they play a good team, they lose. The question is, what is this Eudora team? Because
Good question.
Last year we went 8-2, and now here we stand with a losing record of 2-3. If you just asked me that question even a couple weeks ago or at the beginning of this season, I would say, oh, no doubt we're a good team. It's time to prove it, actually, here as we play Schlagle, a team that is middle of the pack. Eudora should prove themselves today as being above that today.
As the cliche goes, that's why you play the games, right? On paper, wins and losses can tally themselves up. Then you get to a game, you get that first hit in the mouth, and then you see how the game actually plays out.
Yeah, no, definitely today. This is, as I just said, Eudora's opportunity to prove themselves as a good team, get back to a 500 record. As we all know, there will be a postseason game no matter what, but the record that they get will establish what kind of opponent they play. And both of the last 2 seasons ended with Eudora winning in the first round and losing in the second of the playoffs. I think that they would definitely like to do better there, but let's not get ahead of ourselves talking playoffs. The opponent here today to beat is Schlagle, the Schlagle Stallions, and that game is mere moments away from beginning. Looks like Eudora is going to be kicking off. And is that not Caden Kerr taking the kick? That is Grayson Moody. Am I seeing this correctly? Yes, I am. That is not Caden Kerr out there. That is Grayson Moody setting the ball down on the tee. The freshman, 5'9", 150. Listed as a fullback on the roster. I don't know what's up there. No Caden Kerr. Grayson Moody kicks off. It's a pretty solid kickoff down to the 15-yard line where Schlagle's returner picks it up. Goes out to the left here, and Mulvihill wraps him up, and he's still up here and finally brought down at the 32-yard line. So just one more time, there was no Caden Kerr. That kickoff was brought to you by Pyramid Place Early Education Center. It was Sincere Lewis, the sophomore, on the return, also their starting quarterback. So interesting storyline, some different absences today. One more that we saw pregame was Kevin Hendrickson. He did not dress as well. So some absences here that popped up in between last week and now for the Cardinals that they're going to have to deal with today.
That's certainly going to alter their game plan. Hopefully they've been coached up properly to deal with those changes.
Yeah, and we've got all kinds of – this is a direct snap. That is not the quarterback that ran that ball. That is Joseph Richardson, the junior. That would only be his 7th carry on the season. He has 51 yards and a touchdown. That formation was interesting, and that snap was interesting too. I didn't see. Did it come straight to him?
It seemed to be on while he was moving. It looked to me.
Okay, that Patrick Mahomes style quarterback in motion play.
Watching the Chiefs get a little too much.
Yeah. So no, it is not Sincere Lewis under center, as far as I can tell. We're getting our bearings straight here. Okay, it is Sincere Lewis that took that snap, and he is going to throw here. And it is intercepted by Adrian Seals.
And he's moving it back.
Down the sideline, pushed out inside the red zone. Huge interception there for Seals. That is his 3rd on the season, and that'll get your Cardinals started in very good territory here to start this game.
And maybe that's why they don't throw very much.
Yeah. Only a 33rd pass attempt on the season there. They only got 12 completions. They did not quite get into that red zone as the referees are deciding the spot here.
In fact, the 23-yard line is going to be our line of scrimmage.
But a very good start here. Actually, I don't think it could be any better. Maybe if Seals got to the end zone, but we'll take what we got there. A huge interception by that star player, Adrian Seals. And here we've got Braylon Hubler in the backfield. Cole Manley under center. Seals out wide on the left. First play of the drive here. First play of the game. Cardinals hand to Hubler. And he is stuffed after a gain of about 2. It'll be interesting to see if Hubler is who the Cardinals are going to rely on, as it was definitely Braden Spear last 2 weeks ago against Ottawa when Errol Seaman could not play. But Hubler is also super capable. He has more than 80 yards on the season, more than 100 yards receiving. He knows what he's doing with the ball in his hands, the 5'10", 200-pound senior. So if he is where the team decides to go, we could definitely see some production out of him, as it is going to be 2nd and 8 for the Cardinals here right out of the gate. And the clock is stopped. I could not tell you why. Something happening here with the Schlagle sideline.
Yeah, so it looks like the ref is talking about some lights coming from the parking lot, and he wants those turned off as they might be distracting to the Eudora offense.
Yes, I can see now there's some official heading out to a car that's got its headlights on. I guess they could say maybe it's in the batter's eye, to steal a term from another sport. It's just over the head of the players, could definitely be distracting. So they're going to get that fixed. The clock is now running again, and 2nd and 8 here, still Hubler in the backfield. Also Majette out there, Seals on the right. Majette in motion. The pitch out to Hubler. He's got a lot of space on this right side. He's got the first, could get more, and more he gets. Touchdown right off the bat here. Not even 2 minutes into this game, the Eudora Cardinals have taken the lead, and it is 6-0 here over the Stallions. This is a very good start. Hubler getting into the end zone. No Errol Seaman. No problem for the Cardinals here on this first drive.
And it's crucial to capitalize on those turnover opportunities. If you don't maximize those chances, then you are just actually hurting your opportunity to win this game.
Now, this is not Grayson Moody. This is Matt Majette to take this PAT kick here. This will be his first kick on the season, the running back. It is up, and it is good. That is a very nice-looking kick there. We are going to take a quick break here, and we will be back on Eudora Sports Live as the Cardinals are out to an early 7-0. And we are back here. Grayson Moody again to kick off. So it looks like he's going to be taking kickoffs while Majette will be doing PATs. And I wouldn't say no to that, as his kick was good. You know, something I'm even considering now, potentially, I don't know, potentially Caden Kirk could have been benched. He missed a field goal last week. I don't know. It is speculation, but that is not impossible. Sincere Lewis catches Moody's kick here. Out to the left around the 20-yard line. Mulvihill punched for the ball, couldn't get him, and then Lewis goes out of bounds right about the same spot their last drive started. This will be the 26-yard line, we'll say. So what do you think of the hot start here so far, Kevin?
Absolutely crucial. If you're going to win a game, you just can't sacrifice great opportunities, and they have capitalized so far.
Yeah, no, just last week against Lewisburg, there was a huge of exactly that, of squandering an opportunity. They got down inside the 5, ended up going for that field goal. Kerr missed it, and in the end, they lost by that 3-point margin. So definitely, 6 points was last week, excuse me. But anyway, yes, you're right. It was huge to capitalize on that opportunity that Adrian Seals presented them with. Here's another throw, something you don't see too much from this team. Lewis out to the right to that star running back that we mentioned, Pearson Miller, the senior, and he will pick up a few here. Should be about 2nd and 5. Miller, I didn't even, this doesn't mean he doesn't have them, but I didn't even take the time to write down his receiving stats. So that's definitely a unique way to get the ball into his hands. But, pick up a 6 there. Maybe this team is just trying to subvert the expectations, get it out wide. They might not even understand. Lewis here takes the snap out to the left, running it himself. Going to be a huge loss here, essentially a sack, but I guess technically that's just a negative rush there. And it was, I can't see quite who that tackler was. It was Matt Majette. Seems like he's establishing himself early in this game.
Well, it was a great swarm defense. Stop that runner, corral him, push him to the edge, and then put him on the ground.
Something I was saying earlier, I cut myself off. They might not even understand how important the absence of number 8 out there, Errol Seaman, is as the linebacker that he plays on defense. I think that if they stuck with where they're comfortable running the ball, they might actually find more success than they were expecting to against this Eudora team. But early on, when you go down, sometimes that leads to wanting to pass. As multiple linemen here having to run on for Schlagle late, and it looks like they are going to call a timeout here.
A little bit of confusion there at the linemen, not knowing who's supposed to be out.
Indeed, they will take a timeout, and so we will also do the same and be right back here on Eudora Sports Live as third down looms for the staff.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
So giving myself a little bit of credit here, I just went back and checked the Schlagle stats, and Pearson Miller does not have a reception this season. So that was indeed his first reception. It went for 6 yards. Not a bad play. But after that big loss here, 3rd and 10 for the Stallions, they took a quick timeout, regroup here. Let's see what their play call is. They have 4 wide. And it is going to be another throw. Lewis's throw was... I lost that ball. Looks like that he's going to be very close to the line to gain. That was caught
incomplete,
there.
Looks like.
Okay. Wow. Excuse me, folks. I totally lost where that ball went. It looked like it might have been slapped down at the line. In the end, Pearson Miller was the target, and it fell incomplete. So Schlagle here is going to punt. This is another spot on the other side of the ball where Eudora might be dealing with the absence of Caden Kerr, who will be interesting to see who's punting today. It is Adrian Seals back to return here. And a very short punt. He shanked it. And it's, oh my word.
Yards.
He's going to be, oh my word, the Eudora player falls on the ball. He could have easily taken that in for a touchdown had he stayed on his feet. That was Majette, I believe. Yeah, he understands that he just totally whiffed on a chance to get into the end zone there. That punt did go for negative yardage. I don't remember the last time I've seen that. And the Cardinals will this time be starting inside the red zone. They are averaging about the 20-yard line for the start of these first 2 drives. That is absolutely crucial.
Yeah, the spot appears to be the 10-yard line, so it might be 1st and goal. See if they set the sticks up or not. Looks like they're going to.
Yeah, this is huge, though. I mean, Eudora is not even being taxed much by this defense so far, really by this offense. Schlagle's offense has put them in a tough spot, and it is... Those chains are not set up. That would indicate that this is, in fact, 1st and goal. Looks like Hubler is the main back. Could be Spear. Manley gives to the back. No, he keeps and pushes. And that is Majette, and he will get a little bit of redemption maybe for that failed punt return, which feels rude to call it that, but that's what it is, really. He slipped over after he picked up that ball. Could have easily run it in from about 9 yards out. But instead, he does it here on 1st and goal. And he will now set up to put up the PAT. If I had to make an early call out for our barbed wire barbecue, who's smoking player of the game, certainly would be Majette, as he could put up 13 of the 14 points here for the team. No, 8 of the 14 points here if he makes this kick. And that kick is up, beautiful and good. 14-0 is the score for the Cardinals. We will take another break here and be right back on Eudora Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
There was an interesting moment. We just saw the refs have a little conference out in front of the end zone where Eudora scored their touchdown, but no flag, no call, no nothing. So just a conversation there saying, hey, how's your game going? Oh, it's been great. It's been nice. A lot of fun. Here's the kickoff from Moody. Going back to that deep right. It'll target Lewis again, and unfortunately that one will roll out of bounds. So that will provide the Stallions with a nice start here. That'll put them at their 35 to start this drive. That'll be their best field position to begin this game.
By about more than 10 yards, I'd imagine.
Yeah, no, that'll be a nice starting spot for them. It even means that if their offense happens to have another mishap, that it's a little bit further for the Eudora offense to have to work. But for now, the Schlagle Stallion offense will be beginning at the 35-yard line. Looks like I wasn't incorrect in penciling Mulvihill in as Errol Siemens' replacement on defense, as number 32 has been out there. I got to say, just personally, I'm a big fan of the guy. He makes every play he can on special teams, and that's how you know that you've got a star in the making, if you take the little opportunities and make the biggest things that you can out of them. So here, today he's getting a start at linebacker again. To see, it'll be interesting to see what he can do today. Lewis running out to his left. He's going to keep, and he can pick up 2, 3, 4, or 5. I'm really not sure when he went down there.
Up the middle.
It'll be interesting to see where this spot went because he tumbled forward after getting hit. And it is going to be, they're going to give him that full 5. So 2nd and 5 it'll be here. Stallions have not made their way into Eudora territory yet, this being their 3rd drive. They actually have not even converted for a first down yet in this game. So it'll be interesting to see if they can do so here. 2nd and 5. Out to the right here with Miller, and there is their first down, not quite into Cardinals territory. I would put him right at the 49-yard line. That was that star back, Pearson Miller, the one to look out for this defense. The senior, he is closing in on 600 rushing yards this season, already has 6 touchdowns, and he was able to convert the first down there. First of its type for the Cards.
Not move the sticks yet, though.
Oh, there's a flag out there. Let me get my animation going. Some laundry sitting there right at the 37-yard line. So maybe this first down will be called back. Got a little bit ahead of ourselves there. There is that flag. And whatever this call is, it is backing up the Stallions. Let's see if we get the call here. Holding on the offense. So they are going to be backed up at 2nd and 15, I believe.
2nd and 15.
2nd and 15. That is a tough spot for the Stallions to find themselves in.
You always hate that for the offense, to turn a great play into a negative.
Yeah. But now you never know. Maybe that's why the great play happened. Maybe without that holding, Miller gets tackled. And now they've got 2 out wide to the left. If I had to say it, they're thinking of passing. Indeed, they are. Miller looks to his left, and he is immediately swarmed and brought down by the Cardinals defense. This is going to be 3rd and forever. That looks like it was Ethan Winton perhaps in there. That would be the first time we've called his name this season if it was him. It may have been Owen Wilkes as well. It looked like 2 or 3 people really brought him down there. So this is going to be 3rd and 21, a long one for Schlagle. However, last week, this was something Lewisburg really capitalized on, actually, was 3rd and forever. They were able to pick them up and make it look like nothing, and it really hurt Eudora a lot. So make sure it'll be good to see if their defense can lock down here as we now see 4 wide and a back. Miller he's looking to his right, under pressure, rolling to his right. Wilkes, and that is just going to be a throwaway to get away from Owen Wilkes. So 4th and 21, got to imagine Schlagle will be punting again and hoping for a better punt this time around.
Yeah, and we talked about Schlagle starting with decent field position at the 35, and they pushed themselves back 10 or 15 yards from there, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. They are about where their previous 2 drives started. It's just around that 25-yard line. They lost 11 yards on this set of plays, mainly through penalty, but also through some negative runs. So
see how that punt goes this time.
Here is the punt. Much nicer. Getting downfield. Seals will catch. This could be a big opportunity here. He's running fast into their territory and out at the 31-yard line. So still very nice starting field position for the Cardinals in this game. We will take a really quick break and be right back here.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
And we are back here as the Cardinals are ready. Hubler is the down back. And Seals out wide to the left. He's looking to Seals. Seals has beat his man. Could he bring this down? Oh, Manley's throw was just a little bit too far. Manley did beat his defender there, which is Micah Taylor, the sophomore, but just couldn't come down with it.
Well, it's good to make those deep strikes. You got to stretch the defense, remind them that you can throw, even when you have a good, strong running game, that those passes got to push those defenses to the boundaries.
Oh, yeah, that play is huge. That play is something that in high school ball, if you can execute it, it is just nearly unstoppable. And we really didn't see it last week against Lewisburg, which was unfortunate because that play, there are just some teams that can't handle it. That was okay coverage by Micah Taylor, but a better throw would have had him beat. And it'll be interesting to see if Coach Steffen goes back there later on today. But here, the handoff to Hubler, and he will pick up about 4 there. Maybe 5, actually. I was just checking in on the average starting field position for Eudora based on this one starting at the 31, the last one starting at the 9, and the first one starting at the 23. And their average starting field position is the 21-yard line of the Stallions, nearly in the red zone on their third drive here. That is absolutely huge in this game of just that offense isn't even having to work too hard. But as I say, it is now 3rd and 5 here, a big moment in the game just for this early first quarter action here. If Schlagle can make a stop here, maybe get into this game a little bit where it feels like they haven't been having much of a presence. The pitch out to Hubler to the left. He is going to get the distance he needed. He could go all the way. He is. What's the call?
Looked short from here.
Yeah, it did look short. And I believe he is just maybe a yard or 2, though. So certainly. Oh, and it is a touchdown after a conference there. Interesting. I wonder what it was that they discussed there, but never matter. Hubler in for his 2nd today already. So Errol Seaman, I said it already. No Errol Seaman, no problem. Yet again proven here. And Matt Majette comes up again to make the PAT. Watson to hold. Snap is a little low, but a good hold from Watson and a great kick. Yet again, 3 beautiful kicks by Matt Majette. I must say, as a former kicker myself, he's putting those right down the middle. We will take another quick break here and be right back on Eudora Sports Live.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Back here, 21-0 the score. Grayson Moody set to kick it away. Some more conferences by the referees here after this touchdown. Really not sure what that is possibly about, but we'll trust them. We will. Oh, they're getting the ball now. We will put faith in the Zebras that they know what they're doing. And 5:18 left here. Eudora already out to a huge lead in this game. This is looking pretty reminiscent of the week 1 game against Baldwin, where Eudora is just running away with it. They might even get to put backups in, which would be nice because we've already got some backups in. So backups to the backups. We could see some new names perhaps today later on in this game. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Moody's kick deep here to the quarterback, Lewis, out to his left. And he is going to be stopped right there at the 20 in tandem by Nate Reason and Colton Bowser. A senior and a sophomore there got in on that stop. So the 20-yard line here is where the Stallions will begin. And believe it or not, that is the worst starting field position of the day for the Stallions, which is tough because their offense has put themselves in some tough spots already with mistakes against this Eudora defense.
It's probably not a good statistic when both teams have the same average start position, the same part of the field.
Right. Yes, that would tell you the offense is going nowhere and the defense is stopping them, and then the Cardinals offense is having no work to do. Lewis here out to his right, looking to throw, and this is going to be intercepted. Seals with his second today, fourth on the season, almost like a punt return here. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Oh, and he's just short. He is just wrapped up, pulled out at the 2. Actually, refs marks him at the 9. Maybe he must have stepped out there. But that average field position has just creeped into the red zone territory. And without even having to do the math, I'm just such a genius. I can average it there. And the Cardinals will be starting here inside the 10, a second time, starting with first and goal to begin the drive for the Cardinals. Seals with 2 interceptions. This is absolutely huge. I mean, I don't know. This is just huge. This is exactly what the Cardinals needed in this season. A get-right game for sure. I know it's only the first quarter, but that's what it feels like. Throw out to Seals here. He makes his man miss and waltzes into the end zone on that first and goal play. Seals with what I've called already, he's done 2 of these before, a DIY touchdown of getting the interception and then getting that touchdown. He had 2 in a game earlier this season in our inaugural broadcast, actually, that was. And then here today, he has done it yet again. 27-0 is the score. This game is already getting away from the Stallions in a big way.
Well, and I would say that they're overtaxing their defense, but defense hasn't been on the field for a very long time.
Yeah, no, you're right. Their defense has been cut right through here as this snap is going to get away from Watson.
But there's also a flag on the play.
There is also a flag. This could be big. Well, this could matter. That was a high snap there. Watson couldn't hold it. Majette thought about picking it up, and then in their miscommunication, by that time some Stallions defenders had gotten in there and shut that play down. We've got encroachment on the D, so the Cardinals will get a yard closer, and they can either go for it or just try to do the kick again, hope for a good snap that Watson is going to be able to field. We will see what Coach Steffen decides here.
Looks like a re-kick.
I think that in the situation that this game is, I think that's good, especially getting Majette used to kicking, because I don't see any reason to stop him from kicking. I don't know why the reason Kerr isn't, but Majette's kicks have been right down the middle here. So I see no reason to not let this happen. And as this game is already not close, just letting him get comfortable as he has. And there are more flags. Those flags flew very high. The referee was very emphatically sure about that one. But as things stand, the kick is good. So as long as this flag is not against Eudora, it will count.
What we'd hate to see at a game like this is where the home team gets an unfortunate attitude and as things start to get chippy, that there's nothing that Eudora is doing to grind this in. They're just playing standard football.
Right. That definitely can happen. And even, let's see what we've got for the call here. Holding on Eudora, so that'll back them up 10 yards, I believe. It's funny how one on the defense is half the distance and one on the offense counts all the way, but that's just how the cookie crumbles here. So this kick is going to be longer than normal now, from the 11 or 12.
Right, but still going for the kick, though.
All right.
Testing his abilities.
Yeah, this is going to be 13, 23, a 30-yard kick. Yes, 29 actually. And that one went straight up and down. I think not Watson, Majette rushed himself a little bit there, but never matter after that long process there. The score is still 27-0. Eudora with a very comfortable lead in this game, and we will take a quick break and be right back.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
The ball is down on the tee. Moody ready to kick away. The freshman 5'9", 150 is ready to kick this away. And it is going to be Lewis once again. No, it's not. Excuse me. That is a different returner. I will get you his name in just a second, as he is down to the 30 and had a Derrick Henry get off me stiff arm right there. That was Aaron Johnson, the sophomore, who has 5 carries for 16 yards and 1 touchdown on the season. That was a nice, strong return there. Maybe a little bit of unnecessary force there at the end, as this game might be a little upsetting to those of Stallion persuasion.
If you look back to
but it was a solid return.
They had a lot of energy, a lot of drive, so good to get that back for their offense.
Yep, and this is a solid starting field position. Their second best of the day at the 28-yard line now. A direct snap here once again to Miller, and Miller was running free there for a minute, but then wrapped up after a gain of 6. I want to say that was Hubler that made the tackle. I'm not entirely sure. Looked like a single digit to me, but it'll be second and medium here for Schlagle. Second and 3, excuse me, is a longer gain than I thought. Schlagle still has not gotten into Eudora territory. They've been interestingly relying on the pass more than you might have expected. And here is a run by the QB, Lewis. He is hit there by Seals and will be stopped for no gain on that play. So that'll bring up a quick third down here. But yeah, Schlagle got all the way to the 49-yard line, but could not get into Eudora's territory, as they really are relying on that pass a lot more than the stats, at least, would seem to indicate they were going to do today, which has been very interesting, as it has not worked at all. That throw that was picked last drive by Adrian Seals was not even close to any Stallion target. So certainly a confusing philosophy coming in here, as a direct snap to Miller once again.
Fumbled.
And no, I think he kept it, but he was staying on his feet there. His forward progress was brought to a halt by Hubler and Seals. Maybe
looks like they're calling it a 1-yard gain,
maybe
so we're
Cromer in there as well.
2.
4th and 2. I see no reason for Schlagle to not go for this. This game is getting away from them. No, well, whatever reasons I don't see, they do, because they will be punting this ball unless this is a fake, which I would not be surprised by, because this game, it's already getting ugly. 4th and 2 definitely seems convertible. Miller has been averaging about 2 or 3 yards on his best carries. But they are going to punt, and this is going to be a solid punt. It'll make Seals backpedal a lot. This is going to be, well, excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Seals here on the return. Inside Schlagle territory, still going. And out down to the 36 or 37. I'll keep you here this time. We won't do a break. I was going to say I thought that it was going to be a typical starting field position here for the first time today. But then Seals said, nuh-uh, I got a good return in me. Check this one out.
And still the ball has never been set inside Eudora territory.
Yeah, and he got them out to the 38. So now I am interested to run the numbers once more and see where that starting field position is coming out to. It is still the 21.8 yard line would be their average starting field position. But here we are on the 37-yard line, their worst starting field position of the day. The most work the offense has needed to do. Wyatt Summers in motion. The quick handoff here to Hubler, who had a very nice, strong run. Pickup of 8, I believe.
Dragging defenders as he moves.
Yep. And Hubler gets a nice gain there. 2 minutes remaining here in this first quarter, and this game is already looking like one where that clock is going to be running no matter the first down or anything like that. Those running clocks that Eudora imposed on both of its first 2 opponents in this season, and then their last 3 games have been close and close losses. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, averaging 4 points. 4 points is their margin of defeat they average on their previous 3 losses. Hubler, the down back. Majette went in motion. Yeah, Majette's motion was late. That is going to be a false start on him, because he started that motion too late, to the point that it was, illegal shift. Not false start, excuse me. Illegal shift there is the call. That'll back him up 5. Still 2nd and 8. No problem here for the Cardinals offense, but that's their first penalty. No, excuse me, the second penalty against them today. There was the one on the PAT. Something that I've talked about much this season is how penalties have played way too much of a starring role for this Cardinals season. But in a game like today, those are just going to be unfortunate side effects, but there really are something that they need to get over in games like this so that in the closer games they're not there either.
Those are opportunities for the coaches, talking moments, things to emphasize, and they get to practice.
Yeah, Seals out on the left, Hubler the main back. I would have to assume Majet might go in motion, and he did. That kind of looked like the same illegal shift, but never matter. Hubler is down the sideline, and he is gone. Touchdown, Braylon Hubler, his third today, a hat trick in the first quarter. Absolutely unbelievable prolificness from Braylon Hubler, number 2, who it seems has taken that role that Braden Spear had a couple weeks ago, who was the fill-in main back. That is now today Hubler, and Hubler has 3 touchdowns already. He is cruising.
He's certainly doing what he's been trained to do, and that's all you can ask as a coach.
It's too bad it's not a home game, as if this were a home game, those Hubler chants would be going off the charts right now. Matt Majet ready to make his 4th kick today, and he is 4 for 5, 34 points on the board. 34-0 is our score. We will take a quick break here and be right back on Eudora Sports Live.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
And we are back here. Moody ready to kick it away yet again, as he has done many times already today. This is starting to shape up like that Bonner Springs game where Eudora managed to score on every single drive, bar one, I believe it was in the end for that game, as it has already been, 5 drives here? 6. No, 5? 7,
5 drives.
Yeah, 5 drives, 5 tutties here, as Moody's kick is away. It is fielded here by 24 again, who had the last one at that strong run. And he's still up. And he is a determined runner, that is for sure. And he fights for an extra yard there, gets down to the 34, does Aaron Johnson, the sophomore. Maybe they should get the ball in his hands running the ground. I mean, he seems like he came here to win, and he's a bit frustrated by that score. Definitely a determined back out there. You could see as he was met by 3 different defenders at the 33, and he said, I need one more, and he got down to the 34 before going down. We are now under a minute remaining here, as Eudora is 1 point shy of what would be the rolling clock, but that does not start until the second half. So Eudora definitely, I would have to say, is going to impose the running clock on their opponent. Here is Lewis in the backfield. Sincere Lewis. He has Pearson Miller to his left. And that is going to be a false start. That is the correct call. Lewis started running forward before that ball was snapped, which if you move forward, you can, but you need to come to a complete stop for a full second before the ball is snapped. He did not do so, so a loss of 5 here for Stallions. What are you seeing in this game so far, Kevin?
So I've been surprised that the Schlagle offense has really been shooting themselves in the foot pretty consistently. A lot of penalties and some unfortunate play choices.
Yeah. The amount of passing has been surprising. We're seeing more of Pearson Miller in this game now, which is interesting because typically as a game gets away from a team, they want to pass more. But as I say that, here's more Miller. It's Miller time for this Schlagle offense, and he gets maybe 1 or 2 back. They're consistently, when they do run it, going right up the gut, and it's been to varying amounts of success, really trusting in that O-line. But we've got some big D linemen here in Eudora, Owen Wilkes, Thomas Cromer, and some other ones as well, Logan Cundiff, Michael Thorne, Evan Winton. So some big boys, big names there, and they're trying their best against them, but it just has not paid off very much so far today. Here is the second and long play. Lewis fumbles it.
Ground.
And a flag yet again. third consecutive flag. And it is Eudora's football here, pending a penalty, but that referee is the same one that threw the flag who called it Eudora ball, so I have to imagine it will stay Eudora ball, which would imply penalty on the offense and penalty declined. But let's see what the official call is here on the field. No.
Looks like they picked the flag up.
No, yeah, that was not a call that I'm familiar with, certainly, as the Cardinals will be starting on the 24-yard line here. So their average starting field position now drops to the 22-yard line as they begin their 6th drive in this game, already being 5 for 5 on touchdowns today. Hubler the back, Summers in motion. Manley takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Seals is wide open, but he takes that check down. Seals had absolutely beat his man there and was wide open in the back left corner, but Manley took the check down option for a short gain, and that will be the end of the first quarter. 34-0 here for the Cardinals. We will take a short break and be right back on Eudora Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
We are back here on Eudora Sports Live, brought to you by Kansas Insurance, as the Cardinals closing in on the end zone here in the red zone, 2nd and 3. Mulvihill in motion, gets the pitch. No, that's Majette, makes a man miss. Coming in, and he is brought down there right around the line to gain. So that means that was about a 3-yard pickup. And a first down is the call here. So it will be 1st and 10 again for the Cardinals on that run by Matt Majette. Haven't seen much of him today after that touchdown, beyond the fact that he has been taking PATs today, which has been a pretty interesting change here. Seeing Grayson Moody and Majette taking the kicks. So 1st and 10 here. One more time from the 13-yard line. The Cardinals offense here. Seals out wide on the left. Runner in motion. It is a pitch out to the motion man. That is Summers. And Summers is brought down after a pickup of just a few. Summers has 1 carry this season. That was for 18 yards. So there's his second carry of the year, the senior, 5'10", 165. As this game continues to get further and further apart, it would be interesting to see if maybe they can get Wyatt Summers more involved. Also, something interesting I'm noticing is Sincere Lewis, the quarterback for Schlagle, sitting completely away from the rest of his teammates, being talked to by somebody on the team. Just an interesting optic there. Here is the next play for your Cards. That is pickup of a few there. What do you think that this conversation with Sincere Lewis might be, Kevin?
Well, I'm hoping they're trying to encourage the young man. He's obviously a talented player, a wonderful part of this team, and I hate to see a young man like that get discouraged by an unfortunate turn of events for his team.
Yeah, certainly. Hopefully it's nothing with his teammates being upset at him. As he's tried his best. He's been doing the play calls, those couple interceptions. Just, he tried to do something for his team. But anyway, we'll shift the focus back to your team, the Eudora Cardinals here. 3rd and 5 inside the 8. Here is Summers in motion. A fake toss to him. Manley still has it. That was Hagan there in the backfield, in the end zone, and that throw was much too high there from Manley. So that'll make this 4th and 5. Could we see only the second field goal attempt of the season for your Cardinals? With the way Matt Majette's been kicking it, I would say yes if I'm Coach Steffen.
Well, on the spot seems more reasonable. If we can see if it's a reasonable distance for a kick.
It would be a 25-yarder, which is better than that 30-yard PAT that he missed earlier. I'm not really sure what the personnel adjustments here seem to indicate. No, they are going for this. 4th and 5 inside the 8. Here is a 4th down attempt. And as I get a little excited here, timeout, Coach Steffen. We will take a quick break as well and be right back.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
And we are back here on Eudora Sports Live, brought to you by Kansas Insurance. 9:47 remaining in the game. Cardinals are on the 8-yard line, 4th and 5 here. And it appears that they will be going for it. It's tough to tell now that Matt Majette is the kicker, because previously, if Caden Kerr was on the field, number 99, I know we're kicking. And if he's not, then we're not. But now Matt Majette, who's also a great running back, being out on the field could mean either one. But his presence does not change. This is going to be a 4th and 5 attempt here, not going for the field goal. So Manley under center, seals out wide. Summers in motion. Manley looking to throw, and he has Summers, and that is not Summers. That's Matt Majette, and he is into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown today. Number 22, Matt Majette, into the end zone. That will mean that there is a 40 burger up on the screen now for your Eudora Cardinals in this game. Definitely getting away from this Schlagle side. That was a nice play there. I thought it was Summers just because that motion had him running that way. But in the end, he cut back, so whoever was marking him would have stayed with him and opened up that side of the field for Majette to go into. And he was left wide open for Manley to get a simple throw into him. And now after scoring the touchdown, he puts up the PAT as well. Peak high school football, that one. And 41-0 here.
It was a great choice by the quarterback to go off to the right because the defense is overloaded on the left, leaving that right side completely uncovered.
We'll keep you here in FL Schlagle Stadium as this score is getting only bigger and bigger for the Cardinals. And now once we get into the second half, that will be a running clock for the most part because they have a greater than 35-point lead. It's been a nice night here. It was really windy in pregame. Seems like it's still a bit like that. What's the weather report, Kevin?
It looks like we're sub 60. It's a cool night, 57 degrees. We got north gusts about 5 miles an hour, pushing up to 10 on a strong gust, but pretty nice night.
That wind certainly could have affected that first punt. That is the way the wind is going, would have been against that punt. I think it was more of a shank, but it definitely would have played a role in pushing it towards the end zone as it ended up rolling more and more that way when Matt Majette fell on it. So that is the direction of the wind going left to right for your screen on your screen there. If you needed a reference there. And yes, it is quite chilly. We've got the heater on in this booth. It's actually pretty nice for us here. It was a little chilly until the AD came in and told us, hey, you've got heating in here if you'd like it. And that was a very nice revelation. Moody's kick here down deep to the left. It is muffed here. He'll be able to get back on it. And that is, I'll get you his name in just a minute, as Mulvihill with a huge hit down inside the 10. That is going to be huge. That was Lorenzo Johnson, the senior, on that return. And Mulvihill came in and absolutely crushed him. He was who I was highlighting before. I just love to see that effort on special teams from a sophomore. It just means when he becomes junior and senior, his role in this defense is going to be huge.
Well, and the once again the offense starting deep in their own territory, so close to their own own end zone.
Yeah, this is big time dread zone territory. Certainly could be a pick six or a scoop and score here for the Eudora defense. But here is the direct snap to Miller. He's running out to his left, and he is met there at the line, and a flag comes down now. But that was a gain of, actually, no, maybe a loss of one by the original spot, but we'll see what the penalty is. It's interesting. The referee's flags tonight are very orange.
Yeah, that's unusual. I'm not familiar with that.
It's just like, I don't know if I'm seeing a cleat fly or a mouth guard. No, wait, that's a flag. You know, it's very orange. We've got a penalty against the offense, face mask. So that is going to be half the distance. That'll back them up. Should make it maybe 1st and 15 here. We'll see what that half the distance ends up working out to as the referees will respot the ball. So it'll stay first down. Oh, and there we get it from the PA. Those flags are pink in honor of breast cancer awareness. That is delightful, actually, to know that. And here is the snap to Miller out to the right. And he gets back near the 8 or 9 yard line, so that'll be a gain of 4. That's nice. It's like the PA heard us, which he might. He's in the next room. He explains why the flags are a bit of a different hue than we're used to. Some pink penalty markers out there. I wish I should adjust my thing on the screen, the animation for the flag, make it pink.
Second half.
Maybe I'll do that for the second half. Yeah, we'll see.
Once again, deep in their own territory, Schlagle trying to get some traction.
2nd and 11 here after the 4-yard gain after the penalty on the original first down play. They are standing on their own 9-yard line, are the Stallions. 2 seconds on the play clock. They get it off here. This is a new runner. He is very quick running out to that left side. That was Justin Sims, the freshman. That was his 20th carry on the season. He's got 57 rushing yards for a touchdown, as well as 1 reception, which went for 42 yards. You could see his speed out there. I can imagine how that 42-yard reception went. A lot of him running very fast.
Well, and for a 4-yard pickup, I think he covered probably 15 to 20 yards on the diagonal.
Yeah, interesting seeing how much they're running behind the line of scrimmage post-snap. That's something that Eudora does a lot of, but they do it pre-snap so that it doesn't, allow the defense to close in as much. Certainly an interesting tactic here, but I have to imagine Schlagle with 2 wins. Those coaches have probably seen those play types work. And here is Miller on 3rd down. He is not going to be able to get close enough to convert here, and I would have to imagine this is punting territory, as we do, in fact, see the punter Julio Carrillo head out onto the field, the sophomore punter. Had a bit of a tough day punting today.
Well, but the last few he has gotten straightened out, gotten better distance. Unfortunately, the return team hasn't done a great job stopping for Schlagle, as Eudora has made some significant gains with their return.
No, you're exactly right. The return defense has been lacking for sure for this Schlagle team, but honestly, even if there were a good punt here, this is not going to set up the Schlagle defense in a nice spot. This is a great punt, though, as Seals, who was standing in his own territory, runs back now to the 35 where he picks this ball up. He's running out to the right. He's down to the 40 now, and he is stopped there, maybe out to the 43-yard line. A nice tackle by the sophomore Aaron Braden. We will take a quick break and be right back.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
We are back here on the Eudora Sports Live channel, brought to you by Kansas Insurance, as the Cardinals will be starting for the first time inside their own territory. And here is the handoff to Hubler. Hubler makes a man go down to the ground, and he is gone. Unbelievable. A 55-yard rushing touchdown for Braylon Hubler. That is huge. That is his 4th today. He is filling in for Errol Seaman in a way that Errol Seaman might not have ever done.
I don't think. I think they're just taking every chance to get this ball moving, and it's Schlagle just not able to get them to the ground.
That is huge. Hubler, you could see he was met pretty immediately by a tackler, and he stiff-armed him off of him. And actually, I think genuinely pushed himself further downfield faster by launching himself off of that defender. And then he was home free, a 55-yard run for Hubler, who is absolutely bossing today. And that kick is no good. That is the second miss today for Majet. So that means it'll still be 47 on the board for the Cardinals as we will take another quick break. Feels like we just did this on Eudora Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Reed McAvoy and Kevin McAvoy back here with you on Eudora Sports Live. 7:09 remaining in this second quarter. 47-0 is the score for your Eudora Cardinals. That's a crooked number if I've ever seen one up on that scoreboard. And Moody is set to kick it away here. So that is 7 for 7 for the Cardinals in terms of drives and touchdowns. And here, this kick. This is a big-time muff, and wow, some tough miscommunication there by those teammates. Aaron Johnson, who's been very good on those returns, muffed that one, and then his teammate, I believe that was Khalil Massey, came in there, who was doing the right thing of trying to fall on top of it, but ended up nearly tripping his own teammate there as Colton Bowser tried to get in there and fall on it for Eudora, but he could not do so in time.
Schlagle was just fortunate that they did get on that ball.
In the end, it ended up sort of being a positive return the way that bounced. I really thought that they were not going to be able to fall on top of that thing. That was interesting. So they will start on the 22-yard line, 1st and 10, 7 minutes remaining. Look at this formation. This looks like the push-tush formation that the Eagles, have shown this season. And I'm not sure what happened there. That almost looked like a QB kneel, but there's no way that's what just happened there.
Looked almost like victory formation. I'm not sure what
they're
trying to do there.
Yeah, sorry we couldn't give you better insight on that one. I simply do not know what just happened there. That formation was interesting and that play was interesting, and I have no idea why I nearly said your Philadelphia Eagles because that was weird. 2nd and 11 here.
More traditional lineup
from the 21-yard line. Still pretty bunched up though. No wide receivers and a trick handoff there, as it was originally given to Miller, who then handed it off to Joseph Richardson, and Richardson was met immediately in that backfield by Eudora's defense. Couldn't see who that was for you.
Absolutely read by the defense. Intrusion into the backfield, and just that poor young man could not get any traction going forward.
Yeah, so this is going to be 3rd and scoreboard. Yeah, okay, 3rd and 15 from the 16 here. They really need to get this first down just to try to get further down the field, give their defense a bit of a chance to breathe. But based on the results of this game so far, I don't think it's going to happen. Here is Miller out to his right and steps out of bounds, but multiple flags come in here as that play went for nothing there. But we will see if perhaps Eudora's defense bailed them out as some pink flags fly in honor of breast cancer awareness. If this is against the offense, however, they will decline that penalty, and it'll just be, penalty is declined, so it is still going to be 4th and long, and I have to imagine Schlagle will punt it yet again. It's interesting. I did actually see a yellow flag out there on that one. There was a pink one and a yellow one.
Side judge has a traditional yellow flag, maybe.
Maybe there were multiple flags, and I got 2 this time. So there is Julio Carrillo again back to punt. 4th and 13. Clock running down here. 5.5 minutes remaining. A low snap. Carrillo was sort of having to take his time there because of that lower snap. He tried to compose himself, and he was blocked immediately by Thomas Cromer. So Eudora starting again for a 3rd time, starting inside the 10-yard line to begin the drive.
I can't imagine that the coaches for Schlagle could envision this going any worse for their team. These young men just giving their hearts and souls and not making a whole lot of progress, unfortunately.
The only way this game could be worse is if Matt Majette was 7 for 7 and it were 49-0 instead. So yeah, not much of a lifeline there for the Stallions, as they are going to be starting first and goal from the 10, looking to extend the streak to 8 for 8 on touchdowns to drives had.
Single wideout to the right. See what they do with him. Up the middle.
And that is another touchdown for Braylon Hubler, his 5th today. It is 2 for Majette and 5 for Hubler. So I'm missing one in there. I'm missing one on my stat sheet here. But anyway, that is Hubler's 5th touchdown today. Unbelievable output by him. I'm almost starting to wonder if Coach Steffens sat Errol Seaman to give him more time to recover for next week, knowing that this game was going to go like this. I mean, this is emphatic from your Cardinals. And that kick by Majette, good yet again. 54-0 is the score. 5 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in this game. Stay here on Eudora Sports Live.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
And we are back here. Reed McAvoy and Kevin McAvoy with you here. 5:20 remain as Moody will kick it away for the 10th time today. And that is fielded here inside the 20 and stopped right at the 25. So Schlagle will be starting right about where they've been starting every drive, 25-yard line.
It's pretty much where both teams will start the drives.
Yep. I see what you did there. Yeah, and even when this drive where they started in their own territory was the quickest drive today. I mean, tied because we've had a couple first play touchdowns actually, but that one was.
But on top speed, probably are.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Schlagle still scoreless today. Honestly, I don't feel like that's going to last today. I feel like they'll break one away, but so far they've had no momentum from their offense.
Have they converted a first down?
They did. They did get a first down on, I want to say, their second or third drive.
That bunch package again.
And then nothing since. And here is a run to the outside by Aaron Johnson, who was brought down immediately by Ethan Winton for no gain there.
The Eudora defense has done a really good job of diagnosing where these runs are going, getting there as a team, and doing solid tackling.
No, you're exactly right. And that's been something we haven't seen a whole lot of. Eudora's defense has been good, but not great this season. They are definitely having a very nice performance. And it could be a slight bit down to this Schlagle team being a bit formulaic, but let's give Eudora the credit. They are making very nice, taking great angles, making nice tackles, wrapping up well, and just playing a good game of football.
Absolutely.
See if they can keep that clean sheet today. Here is a snap to the quick freshman, Justin Sims, and he will pick up a couple here. So that will make it 3rd and 8. Just another long third down here for Schlagle.
So what would appear to be an obvious passing opportunity, but that has not worked out well for Schlagle so far.
Yeah, no, definitely. It feels like a backwards start today. You know, like a pitcher might pitch someone backwards, where they started passing when the game was close and have now run ever since the game continues to get further away from them, which is opposite to what typical football tactics would tell you to do. 3rd and 8 here, and oh my word, a huge hit there on the runner before I could even see his number to know who it was. That was Joseph Richardson, and he was cracked to the ground.
Wonderful wrap-up tackle by the big lineman.
Yeah. That was a big time play there by the D, as he had a head of steam going that looked like he could have maybe challenged to pick up that first, but instead Schlagle forced to punt yet again. Julio Carrillo probably getting a little tired of having his name called out there, as this is going to be yet another punt today, the 9th for Schlagle today.
And we'll see if he's able to stretch the special teams again.
Yeah, Pearson Miller going out there late could be a sign of something. If they were going to do a trick play, it would go to him. But no, just a typical punt here. Deep. That is not Seals back to return. That is Christian Jarrett. And Christian Jarrett running to the right. He's got Seals as a blocker. And Jarrett down that sideline, and he is stopped somewhere between the 40 and 50-yard line. It'll depend on where his foot went out of bounds. So I don't know if Seals passed that one up voluntarily or coach called that, but nice seeing a new returner out there. Not that there's anything wrong with Seals returning it. He's a great player, but Christian Jarrett getting in on the fun, the 5'11", 165 junior.
Well, and opportunities arise in a game like this when it gets that score is wide. It's opportunities to get new young men in on special teams especially.
You're exactly right. And here late, Hagan and Majette coming off the field. We've got 2:46 remaining here. This game has gone very slow, but I assure you that will stop the second we hit the second half, because that clock will just keep on running. So some new faces out there. We've got Nate Reason, the senior, out wide on the left. Seals out on the right. 2 wide receivers. It's been a long time since Eudora set up like this. And 1 down back. Manley looking to throw. Goes out to Reason. Reason makes the catch, and he is close to that first down. And there is an eruption from the Eudora sideline and fans, as that is, I believe, yes, a first reception on the season for the senior Nate Reason.
That was a lovely play they set up. A nice clear route, good visibility for the quarterback, and a nice clean pass.
You could see the Schlagle defense really did not know what to do, seeing 2 wide receivers. I seriously don't remember the last time we've seen that from Eudora. And so the Schlagle players having to figure out how they wanted to defend that situation. In the end, they call it going for 9 yards on Reason's reception. So 2nd and 1 coming up here. We are about to hit 2 minutes remaining. Majette in motion. Manley pitches it back to Spear, his first carry today. He has the 1st and more out to the right. He's down to the 20, the 15. That was a very nice carry there by Braden Spear, who was our player of the game a couple weeks ago, and he filled in for Errol Seaman in the way that Hubler has done today. So they are getting some new faces involved. I guess 50 was the mark for Coach Steffen to feel free to rotate a bit, get some new faces in there, and it's cool to see. So call some new names, rack up some stats for some people that don't have them yet. Always like seeing that. Reason again out on the left, and Seals on the right. Manley ready under center. 1:20 left in the half. Majette in motion. The pitch to the lone back. That is Spear. And Spear is down inside the 5. He's almost running a little slow. He's right. It seems like he's running smart. I don't want to just call him slow, but not as fast as he was just a couple weeks ago. Maybe that's part of playing into whatever reason Hubler is the feature back today, but Spear is comfortable enough to get a couple carries on this drive, and inside the 5 here now we've got 1st and goal with a minute remaining.
Well, and obvious run opportunities like that, you just want to take your time, get the distance you can, and he certainly did that, waiting for his blockers to get out in front of him a bit.
Yeah, Reason subbed out there for George Hagan, and only 55 seconds remaining for the Cardinals to keep up their perfect streak of converting every drive for 6 points. Manley with the quick give, and he is into the end zone. Couldn't quite see who that was. That is Braden Spear, his 3rd carry of the drive, and his first touchdown of the day will make it 60-0 for the Eudora Cardinals. A blowout here, to be sure.
Is that his first touchdown of the season, do we know? Or
No, not his first. He got one in that game a couple weeks ago when he was filling in. But his first today, this is for his first involvement today on offense, has turned into a touchdown for him. And now Majette with the chance to make it 61. No, is that Moody? Let's see here. Yes, that is Grayson Moody, who's been taking kickoffs today. He is now out there for this PAT. A much lower kick, and it is wide left, unfortunately for him. But it leaves up a nice-looking number on the board, and 60-0, and just a nice round number. 61 would have been a little weird. So we will take a quick break here and be right back on Eudora Sports Live.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
And we are back here, 60-0 to score, 45.7 seconds remaining here in the half. It'll be, I have to imagine Schlagle, even unless this return is huge, they might just be okay kneeling the ball, going to half, talking this thing over. But for now, we've got this return muffed and then fielded by a Schlagle player who has run the entire distance of the field and then picks up maybe 6 finally going forward. That is Diamond Evans, the sophomore running back.
Once again, an infinite amount of yards across the field, but only a few forward.
Yeah, really interesting seeing that. That is, I have to imagine that's something that's worked for Schlagle at points, as I have certainly seen it work. The faster the player, the better it is. If you can switch fields like that, it's a Tyreek Hill special for certain. But Schlagle has not been able to pull it off for any success today so far. And now with 37 seconds left, it'll be interesting to see. We might see a kneel here. Maybe they'll go for one play, and if it doesn't do anything, but it does look like they are in kneel formation, and they do kneel. A couple of Schlagle players took it as an option. Yeah, I'm going to think that's on Lorenzo Johnson, as he took that play as an opportunity to run into the Eudora defense and put an elbow into somebody. Number 16 for Schlagle. So that's going to be what that flag is, which will not allow the half to end as that play was intended to do. So they're going to have to do it again. Hopefully we will do so legally this time around. 33.4 seconds remaining. 1st and 15. They are planning to do the same thing by the looks of their formation. And they actually do run it here for
still up.
Player is still up. That was a little confusing. They sort of disguised it there by having so many players in there. But that is going to be the conclusion of the first half here. 60-0 is the emphatic scoreline that the Cardinals offense and defense has imposed on this Schlagle Stallions team. And we will take a break once those last 5 seconds run off to make sure nothing crazy happens here. And then we will be back here on Eudora Sports Live. Don't go anywhere. Your Cardinals are having a great game.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now?
Oh, man.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Welcome back to Eudora Sports Live. Reed McAvoy here with Kevin McAvoy. This is the halftime show, which is brought to you by Jean's Heartland Foods. Jean's Heartland Foods is a convenient one-stop shop where you can find everything you need from everyday essential items from around the world. Jean's is your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. See weekly specials and more at heartlandfoodstores.com. So 60-0 is the score here, as this game seems to be exactly what Eudora needed this season. What are you seeing from that first half?
Well, I think what we've noticed here is that you have complete domination, offense, defense, special teams, everything going the way that Eudora Cardinals would hope for it to go, and real great team play.
Yeah, it is 9 for 9 here for the Cardinals, and all 9 drives have gone for a touchdown. Only one of those started in their own territory. My stat sheet has got 6 touchdowns to Hubler, 2 to Majette, and 1 to Spear. Hubler doing absolutely beautiful, filling in for Errol Seaman today, who was a surprise inactive, at least for us who don't attend the school. Maybe some people around the school might have known, seen Errol Seaman in a boot throughout the week, but that was a surprise to me, seeing 8 not dress. It has not mattered at all today for this game. We will take another break here and be right back on Eudora Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Back here on the halftime show, brought to you by Gene's Heartland Foods here on Eudora Sports Live. 7.5 remaining until the second half kick. And so halftime, a time for both teams to take a breather, make adjustments perhaps in this game. What do you think we might see in terms of adjustments? At least let's focus on Eudora first.
Well, certainly Eudora has an opportunity to bring out some of the younger men, give them opportunities. I think we're mentioning possibly a quarterback change, give another young man an opportunity to get back in the backfield.
Yeah, that would be Connor Watson, the 6', 145 junior. He has a couple rushing touchdowns on the season already. That's number one. We've seen him out there a few times as the holder tonight. As some of those backups were rotating in, like we saw Nate Reason and George Hagan get some snaps, Cole Manley was still out there. As this second half begins, though, I have to imagine at some point Manley will be sat. It might not be immediately, but I would say that we will probably see some Connor Watson today. But there's all kinds of different people that might sub in. Bryce Mulvihill can come in at running back every once in a while. Unfortunately, Kevin Hendrickson won't be getting in as he is inactive today, but Christian Jarrett, Joe Rice, Isaac Cole, we've got a couple different guys that'll get in there. Wyatt Summers will get some more carries. Then in terms of Schlagle making some adjustments, it's funny to think about because we saw their passing attempts did not go great, but they might go back to that passing game a little bit because they have certainly lulled Eudora into a false sense of security in terms of they will run the ball, which they may have thought that they had when the game started and they didn't have, but now Eudora's got to be anticipating that run. Maybe they could throw it a little bit.
But if they come up in that large bunch package, hard to imagine they can pass out of that. And once again, the Eudora defense has just been smothering.
No, you're certainly right, but maybe they could use that formation to get more blocking. You never know. All these halftime adjustments could vary in all kinds of things. Maybe they come out 5 wide every single time. You never know. But
that would certainly be different.
Yeah, that might catch Eudora off guard. This running team going 5 wide to start the game. But anyway, 60-0 here is the score. And we will take another break here from the halftime show brought to you by Gene's Heartland Foods.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com. High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Back with you again here on this Jean's Heartland Foods halftime show. And something that we will be scouting out for today is a couple of things. We got the absolute play of the game to be brought to you by Absolute Painting, and the barbed wire barbecue who's smoking player of the game to be brought to you by Barbed Wire Barbecue. I'll tell you, for that play of the game, it's going to be tough to decide which one was the most pivotal, because there have been a lot of big plays. Certainly, though, right now, that 55-yard rushing touchdown by Hubler has got to be the top of the list for me in terms of a single moment that was very big for the Cardinals.
I'm looking at that early interception.
Yeah, by Seals.
Seals, and then Majette also. A lot of plays. I think there's a lot of opportunities. The defense has actually showed up in a strong way today.
Yeah, Seals even had that second interception where he then scored the touchdown. That's where that touchdown that I was missing was. I just realized on my stat sheet, Seals does have a receiving touchdown today that I forgot to mark down. I will do that. And then for our Who's Smoking Player of the Game from Barbed Wire Barbecue, right now there's only one man, and that is Braylon Hubler with 5 rushing touchdowns today. He is having a huge day. I mean, it's got to be a huge confidence boost for him too. He is the senior, 5'10", 200 pounds. Filling in for the junior Errol Seaman, actually. So got to be nice for Braylon Hubler to come in what's going to be his last season with the Cardinals and having a huge day for the team.
I mean, the statistics of the day he's going to carry forward into the season are just absolutely phenomenal. But on the player of the day, guy, I'd have to at least throw an honorable mention to Mr. Majette. Offense, defense, special teams, just been absolutely all over the place and making a real positive impact.
Yeah, those PATs are a fun thing to do out there. Getting the extra points on there as well. Whenever we're watching football on Sundays, we call it the octopus when a guy gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. I'm not sure. A septopus, I don't know what you call it for a guy getting the touchdown and the PAT. That is a very high school football thing. But whatever it is, Matt Majette has done it 3 times today already, so that's pretty cool to see from him.
Yeah, and it's been good to see the versatility of these young men playing both ways, playing special teams, and really trying to make a real impact for their school, and a lot of senior and junior leadership, some real positives for the team moving into the future.
And as the Cardinals have taken the field here, 35 seconds remaining, we'll give you a look at them as they go through their warm-ups back out of the second half. I have to imagine they're actually probably pretty cold, as it is a little chilly around here, taking a little bit of a break. But once they get moving again, they'll warm right up. And I bet it'll be nice for some of the players subbing in. They've probably been sitting on the bench a little cold, like, put me in, coach. I want to get warm. And that opportunity is probably going to come as this second half gets ever closer. And we will just take one last really quick break before this second half kick and be right back on Eudora Sports Live.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com. High quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
And welcome in for what I would expect to be the last time that I welcome you into our Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show, as they added added 3 more minutes onto that timer before the game will be resuming, and we are now in the final 40 seconds of those 3 minutes. So I'd imagine that the teams will be taking the field soon, and Schlagle will be kicking off the ball for their first time today. It'll be interesting to see who does that for them. What you got, Kevin?
Well, and also looking at our first organized return opportunity for the Eudora Cardinals. I think with the way the momentum has gone, I wouldn't be surprised to see a significant return, midfield or better, personally.
Something that this could be big if Schlagle can make a quick tackle. It would be the first time that if they can get there inside. So Eudora's worst starting field position today was the 45-yard line. If Schlagle can get some nice special team coverage and stop, I would have to imagine Adrian Seals, perhaps Christian Jarrett or someone different inside their own territory. It could put the defense in a totally different spot where they'll have a bit of time to make some mistakes, figure some stuff out, adjust to whatever adjustments Eudora's offense has made, and maybe we'll see a different side of the field if they can create a turnover and get the Schlagle's offense into Eudora's territory for the first time today. Maybe we could see them put some points on the board.
Well, and frankly, the special teams has had penalties for Schlagle, so see if they can just get a penalty-free kickoff and decent coverage.
Yep, we have got Seals and Majette back deep to return. If this is a solid kickoff from Julio Carrillo, then they will have their names called and be returning this kick. Otherwise, there's Christian Jarrett and Braylon Hubler, a little bit shorter, standing on that 20-yard line. And here is the kick. 60-0 the score here. 12 minutes on this third quarter that is now beginning, and the ball is away. It is a solid kick. It is going to be fielded by Bryce Mulvihill at the 20. He is to the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and he is stopped at the 47 or 46-yard line, so it will not be Eudora's worst starting field position today. It'll be the second time that they start in their own territory.
Well, once again, a quality return, good teamwork up the middle, and Schlagle just could not bring him down until he got right near midfield.
Yeah, that is a great return by one of my favorite players on this team. I've said it a few times today. That's Bryce Mulvihill. He just loves to capitalize on whatever opportunity he finds himself in, and that was a great return there by number 32, the sophomore. Here is the first down play for your Cards. Reason out on the left. He is the only wide receiver. And the snap went to Watson, and he fumbled it, and there's a flag down now. That play was messed up in all kinds of different ways. It was a bad snap. Watson didn't field it. Then he just picked it up and bobbled it backwards, still was trying to fall on top of it. And then as they did finally recover it, we had a flag on the field, but I am now noticing that flag was just because it was a fumble So I accidentally showed my hand that I did change that flag animation to being pink now for breast cancer awareness, which I thought was a fun thing to do for you guys. So you know what you're seeing. It is still a regular penalty marker, just like a yellow one normally, but as we are here in October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Reason out on the right. And
Second and 16,
pitch
caught in
to
the backfield.
Spear, and there is our first actual flag of the day, not a blue one to let them know where the fumble began. So we will see what this penalty marker is. Came in a little late on that play, which was a pitch to Spear that went for a short gain as the Cardinals try to chip away at those 16 yards until the first down. We've got no flag. Yeah, correct? No.
Picked
yes.
it up.
Picked it up, waved it off. No penalty here. So it is going to be third and probably 14 or 15. And here is this play. Long. No, actually, third and 17. So that run to Spear apparently went for a loss. And here is third and 17. Reason, again, the wide receiver. Bowser, the motion man. Watson takes the snap. And I think he tried to hand it off and wasn't allowed to do so by this Schlagle defense. No, excuse me. He did hand it off to Spear. Wow, that was a very quick handoff there. Spear couldn't get anywhere. So this is going to be a punt for the first time today. And it looks like Cole Manley is going to be the punter. That would be your starting quarterback, who we were correct to say Connor Watson was going to get out there. There was his first drive. It was a little bit of a struggle, so some struggles there, maybe getting some chemistry with the center, making sure you can get those snaps down. But here we are, the first 3 and out for the Cardinals, and they are going to be punting, and it is Cole Manley. So no Caden Kerr at all today. And Cole Manley hits this punt pretty nicely, fielded at the 25-yard line. More vertical running here, and that Diamond Evans will be brought down for maybe a gain of 1 after that punt from Cole Manley.
Well, and as you mentioned, Schlagle had a chance to capitalize on one of their better positions on the field. Actually stood up. The defense had a chance, and now we'll see how Eudora does getting their defense out there, and if they can stand up the Schlagle offense again.
Yeah, I mean, with that punt from Manley, they're starting pretty much where they've been starting all day long. And really, that's actually more thanks to the long return by Bryce Mulvihill as he got out to the 46-yard line on his kickoff return. But still, we can see what halftime adjustments Schlagle made. I have to imagine there was some tough conversations to be had during halftime there for the Stallions, and we'll see what that conversation has resulted.
They're trying to figure out what they're going to do.
This is not Lewis. This is a direct snap to a running back who is brought down big time. Bryce Mulvihill, yet again, with a huge tackle in the backfield on that direct snap to Aaron Johnson. The starting quarterback, Sincere Lewis, is actually over here on the sideline. He is not out on the field. No, excuse me. That is Khalil Massey. So, no, sorry, my mistake. Lewis is out on the field, but he was not. He did not get that ball. It was a direct snap to Aaron Johnson. My apologies there. I was 14 and 11. The jersey numbers just look a little similar when they're standing off to the side. So 2nd and 16 after that big loss on that one. Here is another direct snap, and that'll go for a minor gain. That was Aaron Braden. So the first carry, Aaron Johnson. Second one, Aaron Braden. Couple of sophomores, both named Aaron, getting the carries for Schlagle.
Well, and once again, that the Cardinals defense absolutely just stalwart. A wall they just can't. The Stallions just can't get through right now.
Yeah, and as the Cardinals will rotate more on their offense, this might be how the rest of this game looks. There might be a lot of just 3 and outs and somewhat ineffective offense, to put it bluntly. Our final score of this game might be pretty close to 60-0, as this game might look a lot like it has for these first 2 drives. But here is the third down play, 3rd and 12. Snap to Aaron Johnson, and he catches it, and maybe a gain of 3-4 there. So probably going to have to punt it away yet again today.
Well, and as you mentioned, that running clock, you can see we're already halfway through the 3rd quarter. This time is just absolutely bleeding away for the Schlagle offense.
Yeah, and those first 2 quarters were a drag because Eudora kept scoring, stopping that clock. But here we are, and this game is going to be over pretty quickly, actually. So here is the Schlagle punt after the 2 consecutive 3 and outs. Something I forgot to mention, Eudora three and outing there was the first time today that their drive did not result in a touchdown. So that streak ends at 9 on the day. 9 drives, 9 touchdowns. The 10th one was where they finally got 3 and outed. This is Connor Watson back to return, the backup quarterback and holder, and he takes off. He's into Schlagle territory, 45-40. He's down at the 36-yard line after a very nice return from Connor Watson, who is going to be the quarterback for this drive, presumably the 6', 145 junior.
Well, once again, we'll see if he can capitalize, see if he can get a little bit of rhythm, maybe get a strong handoff with a lead blocker, and see if they can get some positive yardage.
Yep, he got himself some nice starting territory here after that very good return. Potentially, I might call that a DIY touchdown. I don't know. Getting the return yourself. It's not quite the same as forcing the turnover, but getting a nice return and starting the Cardinals in Schlagle territory as they have done on every drive bar 2 in this game. The fake from Watson. He still got it in his left hand. Makes the first man miss. He is gone. 10-5 and touchdown. Connor Watson, his 3rd on the season on the ground. And it'll be 66-0 for the Cardinals. Connor Watson there, we'll call that a DIY touchdown because he got every single yard of that drive, return included. So that was very impressive there from the backup quarterback.
Now, do you think he can kick the PAT?
Oh, man. He's the holder, so I feel like that counts too. I've talked before on Eudora broadcasts about how holders do not get any credit, and it is a really tough job. You've got to get that thing down perfect, and kickers are very picky on where they want that, how they want that ball placed, and you got a split second to do it. The kicker is already kicking, and you got to make that
heart pumping right now from that run too. So we'll see if he can control the ball.
Here is Moody again. He missed his first PAT. Schlagle got in really quickly. I do think they got a hand on that one, but either way, it is no good. Moody is 0 for 2 on PATs today, but never matters. 66-0. That clock will keep running as we will go to a quick break here on Eudora Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
And back here on Eudora Sports Live, 66-0 is the score. That clock has not stopped running after that touchdown and missed PAT. So a full minute of game time has run off between that last play and this one. As we are here for this kickoff on Eudora Sports Live, brought to you by Kansas Insurance. Here's Moody's kick. Pretty deep. It'll be fielded right at the 20 by Aaron Johnson, who had some miscommunication with his teammate there. He decided to take it himself. Makes the first man miss, makes the second man go down, and then fumbles the ball. After all that effort, he lost it, and it appears that Eudora has fallen on it, as they have indeed. That was Aaron Johnson's teammates will have a lot of reason to be mad at him after that. He fought Diamond Evans to get that return, got it himself. Appears that there's actually a flag on the field.
I'm a little surprised that they didn't say that his forward progress had been stopped and the play was over.
Yeah, I would agree with you. But at the same time, he did sit a couple men down, so I could also see why they might have felt the need to let him keep going a bit, as he was doing a run there reminiscent of Cam Newton, really just shoving people down and staying up. It was a very impressive run, but in the end it would have been maybe a gain of 1 because he ran backwards pretty far. And then the fumble was forced, and Eudora fell on it. So very solid starting field position here, the 21, maybe 22-yard line for Connor Watson's 3rd drive of the day. Summers in motion. Watson with the quick handoff to Spear. Spear. No. Whoa. I was completely wrong.
Ball's on the ground.
Who did you see who had that one, Kevin?
Must have been the QB.
Yeah, I really thought he gave that to Spear. Spear did a great job of selling it, but Watson took it out with Wyatt Summers in company, and it looked like that ball ended up on the ground in the end. But Eudora maintains possession, and we'll see if they try to get a play in here. It looks like they will before the end of this third quarter here. This one has definitely gone by quick. Watson under center. Reason is the wide. Summers in motion. A quick handoff there to Spear this time, I'm sure, and he gets a short gain.
And Schlagle's defense is in the backfield almost immediately. Hard to imagine they weren't offsides or encroaching there.
Maybe they've found some new motivation in this game as they had that 3 and out a couple drives ago. Definitely would be a bit of cause for belief. But that will be the final play for this third quarter, so we will take another break, and then we'll be back as the Cardinals will have to navigate 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line after the teams switch sides.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
And we are back here. The teams have yet to assume kickoff formation. Kevin, do you happen to remember what question I asked at the beginning of this pregame?
I think we're talking about if Eudora was a good or a bad team for the season.
That is exactly right. And I was referencing that because Schlagle is 2-3. Their 2 wins against teams with a combined record of 1-9, and their 3 losses with teams with a combined record of 12-5. So when they play good teams, they lose, and when they play bad teams, they win. So Eudora, with this score so far, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It seems they might be proving themselves to be a good team. And as I say that, flags fly, which has been the biggest problem for Eudora, has hindered them from establishing themselves as that good team in a couple games this season. And it is going to be against Eudora, so they will be backed up, looks like 5 yards here, and it'll be 3rd and 12 now. I just realized when we came back from break, I accidentally mentioned kickoff, which was not correct. Excuse me. We are here with this running clock imposed by Eudora's score, 3rd and 12. And now there will be 11 minutes remaining when this play begins. It's actually Manley back in the game under center, so no Connor Watson. Bowser in motion. No, it's not. It's Bryce Mulvihill. And Bryce Mulvihill keeps it. He's running out to the left side. Makes a man. Oh, I was going to say miss, but in the end it was a nice tackle there. So Schlagle will force Eudora to have another 4th down here. Bryce Mulvihill into the game now. So Watson got 4 drives. He got 1 that was a touchdown. And that 4th drive here, he's been relieved to make, a 3rd baseball reference today for some reason, by Bryce Mulvihill in at quarterback. So I've talked all day about how much I really like Bryce Mulvihill. This is the first time I have seen him play quarterback. That is actually his primary position listed on the roster. He's listed as a QB/LB linebacker, but I've only ever seen him play kickoff, return, and linebacker. So I'm pretty excited to see what he does here in at Cube. 4th and 5 here. Eudora is going for it. And the referees stop play, not for a flag though. Something was wrong with the clock, perhaps. Anyway, 4th and 5 again here. Mulvihill in at Cube. He's looking to throw. A nice throw out to his target, and it falls incomplete. The referees say that is all clean. That was Brody Wenger, who was the target. The sophomore could not bring it down.
And the first turnover on downs of the day.
I'm looking at it, and Brody Wenger is also listed as a QB, but there he was out there playing wide receiver. That would definitely be the first time I've called his name this season. So that is a turnover on downs, but that does not put – I think that's actually one of Schlagle's worst starting field positions today on that turnover on downs, which would just be an example of why Eudora felt free to go for it there and could not convert it as Mulvihill's nice throw, really solid spiral, fell incomplete when Wenger could not bring it down. So here is the 1st and 10 play for Schlagle. 9 minutes remaining in this game. Here is the high snap out to the left. Makes the first man miss. A flag is down, and a beautiful tackle from Connor Watson, who is making himself known today. Let me get that flag animation going for you. That was Joseph Richardson, who got another carry today. I think that would be his 2nd or 3rd on the day. And looks like this flag is holding on Schlagle, so they will be backed up even further into the dread zone here.
I think it was declined.
Could be. That was it was a no gain on the run, so I could see why Coach Steffen would rather have the down lost than the 5 yards further back. So it'll be 2nd and 13 here for Schlagle, deep in the dread zone at the 13-yard line here. And not sure where the ball is here, but it was a short run up the middle, and he was brought down in the end by, that is Maxwell Jankowski, who made that tackle. A lot of new jersey numbers out there on the field. Joe Rice, who's a senior, number 7 out there, you can see, has not been in a whole lot. Cool to see him out here in what's going to be his last year of Cardinal football. You can see Connor Watson out there as well. You got Logan Cundiff, another senior. He's out there regularly, but I'm calling the numbers I can see. You got Riley Nice as well, a freshman in there. Pete Nice, his brother.
Always nice to see brothers on the field.
Haha, very good. And here is Miller running out to the right. He is brought down pretty quickly out there. So that is going to be 4th down, correct? Yes, 4th.
Yeah, did all that work to get back to the line of scrimmage, only to run another lateral play with 0 gain.
That's 4th and very, very long. Well, 4th and 10, not very, very long, excuse me. But not an easy conversion here, and they're not even going to go for it. Julio Carrillo will punt it away yet again. Really, at this point of the game, I don't see the point in that. I mean, just give your offense one more chance, but I don't think they've had maybe one play that was longer than 11 yards, so I can also see why they want to just try to get this ball further away from their own end zone. But
if they wouldn't go for it on 4th and 2, hard to imagine they'd go for it on 4th and 10.
Yeah, and here's this punt. It'll take a bit of a Schlagle bounce and then be fallen on there by Melvin White, the junior. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
And we are back here as the Cardinals prepare for this 1st down play. We were just discussing in the break. It felt a little interesting that here is Mulvihill's run. I'll get back to that thought later. As Mulvihill could be gone here. He's got a blocker, and he is gone. A 41-yard rushing touchdown for the 3rd-string quarterback, as well as the linebacker and kick returner, Bryce Mulvihill. The sophomore gets into the end zone. You can tell he's very excited. That means a lot to him there.
Well, and you don't get those opportunities every day, so you got to capitalize when you do. And he is absolutely capitalizing today, getting his name called as much as possible.
Love seeing that. I've said it enough, but he just capitalizes. Every chance he gets, he makes a big play. I can guarantee you in these next 2 years of him playing high school football that his name will be called more and more, and he's going to be a very big impact player for these Cards. Here is Matt Majette out yet again. It's been a couple tries since we've seen him. Their whistle is blown here. So this is not going to count. Not a flag, though. Watson and Majette seem confused. No, there is a flag.
Against the defense?
It must have been pre-snap in such a way that they wouldn't let the play go. I really don't know why. It seems like the Cardinals should have been allowed to just decline that penalty and let the kick be good. But anyway, Matt Majette will be made to try to kick it again here, and more time will just run off that clock, as it is looking more and more likely that the Schlagle Stallions will be shut out today by the Eudora defense. Ball is down. Majette's kick is low but good, and 73-0 is the score. We will take another break and be right back.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cardinals!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
And we are back here again. I just remembered that thought that I cut off myself because Bryce Mulvihill was making a big play. We were questioning why Schlagle felt the need to punt that ball. I mean, yes, they were in the dread zone and in bad territory, but there's nothing to gain or lose in this game. It was 66-0 at that time. I mean, I would have liked to see them try to go for it. But what do you think was the thought process there?
Well, hard to imagine. I think the coach is hoping to give his defense a little more room to work. Unfortunately, it's one and done again for the Cardinals.
Yeah, all those extra yards was just more stats for Mulvihill to put on his stat sheet for the season. But anyway, moving on, as the Cardinals scored another touchdown. Here is Moody's kick away, and 2:45 remaining here in the game. It is Diamond Evans on the return, and he gets out to the 33 or 34. He might be injured as he is brought down there. It's interesting seeing on these returns. We've seen a lot of very strong runners, and then when they get on in offensive phase, one, those runners aren't involved as much, and then two, even when they are not able to make big plays. It's been a little confusing.
The difference I'm seeing here is on the return game, they have those downhill runs, and on the offense, they're doing so many lateral movements, and Eudora's defense has just been smothering on those plays out to the left and right.
Yeah, that's a great observation. You're right. Those downhill runners, I mean, that's a real thing. When you can get some momentum, you can really hit your top speed, and then if anyone touches you, you'll knock them off of you. But when they're running side to side, it's not working the same. It could be that idea of getting momentum, but Eudora has just met them so fast in the backfield. It has not worked out. Here is a snap. I believe Diamond Evans. It might not be, though. No, it is not. That is Justin Sims, the freshman who's very fast. We talked about before, had that 42-yard reception earlier in this season, not in this game, but just where he showed his speed off. He has not been able to get into any area to showcase that speed for more than 2 or 3 yards this whole season.
Gain of 6 on that first down play.
Here is the second down run, and they'll get maybe 2 or 3 yards here. This could be this is a big chance for the Stallions to get a first down, which I could be wrong here, but I believe they might only have one all day long, maybe 2. Definitely not a lot. So on a third and short here, certainly an opportunity to pick one up, but it is the last minute of the game here, so it won't have an impact on the end of the game. I was going to qualify that statement, say it's unlikely to. It will not change
a minor
outcome of this game. Certainly, it would be something to go home with for this season. Here is the snap to Aaron Johnson, who's been their main back today. Cuts back. It wasn't a bad cutback. He's going to be very close here.
And they give him the first down.
They are going to give them the first down. We'll see if the Stallions could take a timeout, but it appears they're not going to. They won't even attempt to play, it would appear. Question mark?
Doesn't seem so.
No, some players are running off the field, some are running back on, but the play clock is greater than the game clock, so that would tell you that this game can conclude. And in fact, this game will conclude as the teams exit the field. 73-0 is your emphatic final score that your Eudora Cardinals put up today, mainly on the back of Braylon Hubler, but there was a lot of supporting cast in there. We will take a break and then get back to recapping this game here on Eudora Sports Live.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, well, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it. Contact Farm Bureau Agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Reed McAvoy and Kevin McAvoy back here with you as Eudora just won this game 73-0, and in doing so, they have gotten their record back to 3-3, back to 500, which is very nice for this season. It was pretty unexpected that they would have ever even been below 500 when they got off to that hot 2-0 start, but then in the game against Spring Hill, in which Errol Seaman picked up an injury, they could not come back from his absence and lost that game. And then the next game without him as well, they fell to Ottawa. And then last week against Lewisburg was a tough loss. But today, the Eudora team did their very best to make you forget about all three of those games, as they made up for it by putting 73 points on the board with no Errol Seaman, who was a surprise inactive, but Hubler went for 5 touchdowns. Majette got 2. Seals had 1, Spear got 1, Bryce Mulvihill picked up 1, and Connor Watson picked up 1. So 11 touchdowns on the day, plus 7 PATs, all off the foot of Matt Majette, which was another surprise fill-in player today. Kevin, what's your thoughts on the whole game?
I mean, the only mystery of this game was going to be what the final score was going to be. At 30-plus points in the first quarter, you could tell the Cardinals were absolutely rolling. Stallions could not get any traction in the game, and so it really was how many points were the Cardinals going to score.
Yeah, and I tried to stray away from calling this any sort of get-right game, really, because I just wasn't sure what this was going to look like, not only on the Eudora side, but Schlagle's season. It wasn't super telling for what kind of quality team we were going to see. But Eudora ended up making it very clear that they are the superior squad here, as they put up 73 points. So a very impressive day today. We will take another break, and then when we come back, we will bring you the absolute play of the game from Absolute Painting and the Barbed Wire Barbecue, Who's Smoking Player of the Game from Barbed Wire Barbecue. Don't go anywhere. Keep it here on Eudora Sports Live.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
and Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas?
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
High quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
And we are back here on the post-game show brought to you by Anthony Brown with Farm Bureau Financial. Anthony's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 101 West 10th Suite A in Eudora or call 785-615-0516. So that is our post-game show sponsor, and that is going to transition us into our play of the game and our player of the game. Let's start with the absolute play of the game, brought to you by Absolute Painting. From a fresh coat of paint to refinishing your cabinets, Absolute Painting offers a wide range of services to meet your needs. Revamp your space with their expert painters. Call for your free quote today at 785-333-9651. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. So when it comes to this play of the game, Kevin, I mean, there's one very big one that stands out. First, we'll run through a couple honorable mentions. There was that 41-yard rushing touchdown by Bryce Mulvihill towards the end. The two interceptions by Adrian Seals, the one in which one of those drives, he then went on to score a touchdown, which would feel like cheating to give it to that because that's two separate plays. But the big one for sure was that 55-yard rushing touchdown by Braylon Hubler. You want to talk about that a little?
Absolutely a dagger in the heart of this poor Schlagle defense. I thought they had a chance. They had a long field, and just one play right through up the right side, and they just could not stop Hubler as he just destroyed them.
Yeah, and that was back when we were talking about starting field position in this game, where the Cardinals were averaging it starting inside the red zone, and then the Julio Carrillo finally got off a nice punt that the team made a decent coverage on, and so the Cardinals started at the 45. We were thinking, all right, I remember literally saying the Cardinals offense finally has some real work to do. And immediately Hubler, he pushed off that first guy, gave himself a bit of a speed boost, and then he was gone 55 yards into the end zone. So that is our absolute play of the game, brought to you by Absolute Painting. And then we will now get into our barbed wire barbecue Who's Smokin' player of the game. Be the MVP at your next watch party with Barbed Wire's Smokin' Game Day deals. Packs start at $35 and feed 4, or the biggest pack that feeds 8 for $90. Pre-order now by visiting them at barbedwirebarbecue.com or call 785-856-0877. So when it comes to our player of the game, we got to be careful to not let recency bias get us, but I would definitely love to. I would love to pick Bryce Mulvihill just as a homer pick. I just something about him. He's just my guy.
And absolute has to be an honorable mention there because he did pick up that fourth quarter, especially make a huge impact. But I think you can't overlook the strong start.
Yeah, and it's got to be Braylon Hubler for sure with 5 rushing touchdowns. Count them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hopefully you count that thumb as a finger because that's all the fingers on one hand. 5 touchdowns. One of them going for 55 yards. To give out one more honorable mention, however, Matt Majette with 2 touchdowns and 7 PATs. Not to mention he played a big role on defense as well. And Seals as well. 2 picks. I mean, come on, that's huge. 2 picks and a receiving touchdown. But Braylon Hubler, he made the decision too easy. 5 rushing touchdowns is just simply unbelievable. Super prolific, filling in for Errol Seaman, who, I mean, we didn't even we mentioned him at the top of the broadcast a bit, and then we never said his name again, which is a very good thing in terms of we were not missing him. We were doing great without him. I said it a couple times. No Errol Seaman, no problem.
Well, and also you have to think about the squads. So the defensive linemen absolutely wrapping up the runners, special teams doing great coverage and all those things. Just really a wonderful team performance, hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, and so Braylon Hubler is our Barbed Wire Barbecue Who's Smokin' player of the game. You can call Barbed Wire Barbecue at 785-856-0877, and we also gave him our absolute play of the game, brought to you by Absolute Painting. You can call Absolute Painting at 785-333-9651. So that is our play and player of the game. We will take one last break and then preview next week's matchup, and then we will be going home here on Eudora Sports Live.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Dogs!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it. Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
back here for the final time on Eudora Sports Live. Reed McAvoy and Kevin McAvoy with you. Going to be previewing next week's match, which we will both be calling. I believe Kevin McAvoy will be back with you. I know I will be there, Reed McAvoy for certain. And it is against Tonganoxie, a pretty local opponent, a tough rivalry we've got with that school. But last season's matchup against them went 45-7 for Eudora, so a very emphatic win there. However, right now there is a game going on. Tonganoxie is playing Lewisburg. 4-1 Tongi has 29 points, while 5-0 Lewisburg has 30. That game is in the fourth quarter. If you want to switch over to Tonganoxie Sports Live or Lewisburg Sports Live to catch the end of that game, I believe you can do so over on YouTube to check out how the end of that game goes to see next week's opponent. But until next week, I'm going to let you go here from Eudora Sports Live as your Cardinals with a very important and emphatic 73-0 win over the Schlagle Stallions to get back to 500 on the season. I'll see you next week in Tonganoxie. Go Cardinals, and good night.